Hey guys, this is Vijay Sridhara and I welcome you once again to tutorial on DojiCreator. In this session, I will tell you how to create a navigation menu. Suppose there are multiple locations, a home, a, a bedroom, a living room, and you want to go to school. So these are multiple locations. For all these scenes, how do you navigate between these scenes? Because a visual novel is nothing but branching out into scenes and having a conversation, having visuals, having audio there. So, how to create a navigation menu so that I can go to school, I can come to home, or I can go to office. So, all of these things how can I do that? So, first of all, I opened Affinity Designer where I will get few public domain pictures. What I will do is I will get a living room or a home picture, house picture. So this will be my background image for my house. So let's assume that this is my house picture. So this will be my background for Doji Creator. When when the player comes home, this is the background I want to show to the user. This is one background, and then let me save this. Right. So I will save this document under Doji Games, Content, Core, Images, Backgrounds. So I will say this is home. So better to give BG home so that we don't have a confusion that this is a background image. Picture. Let me export this also. 1920 by 1080 pixels. University. And okay. So this looks like a bakery, but still let's call this a restaurant background. Um, and then what I will do is I will export this into 1080 and 1920 by 1080 pixels. This is restaurant image. So there are three scenes, right? Image. So let's go to home first and then scale the image. So how do you scale the image? So export it in with a smaller size. So I will say 192 and so it will scale and I will export this into a PNG image. Remember, for navigation menu, you need a PNG image. So what I will say here is, you can save it in backgrounds or foregrounds wherever you want. You can say nav home. Now this is the first image for home button, navigation button, and then you want to have some kind of so when it is hovered, you want to have a different color. So a little glow inside, or maybe a little blue. Okay, this is hover image. So what I will export it as 192 by 108 pixels. Export nav home underscore hover. So there are two variants now for the same image. Now, do we see the images here in the backgrounds? We have restaurant, university, and BG home. Okay, we have to rename this BG restaurant, right? We thought of that convention. BG restaurant, uh, BG university, Right. Now we will create navigation buttons. How do we do that? So we go here, and this code is all uh, residue of the previous sessions. So we don't have much to do here. But first of all, let's create three scenes. The university scene, from the start scene, we don't have anything to do here. We will say we will directly go to home. So scene, home, scene, and scene. So what do we want here? We just build one so that the backgrounds are available to us. BG, BG home, faster, continue. Then, so I'll remove this scene also. This is not required. Scene, university scene, and scene. BG, BG university, faster, continue. Scene, restaurant scene. BG, BG restaurant, faster, continue. And scene, right? So of everywhere we will display text message. This is at home. The, this is at the restaurant. This is at the university, right? And at each of these places, we must have some sequence to go somewhere, right? So go to, so we will, for the sake of the scenes, just to traverse through the scenes, we will go to, so let's build once, go to university scene, and then from here, go to restaurant scene. So, and then here we will say, go to home scene. So this goes in a cycle, right? When we run through this, um, these things go in a cycle. Let's see how it works. So first, home scene is rendered. This is at home. Now it goes to university. It is rendered. Now it goes to restaurant. Again, it comes back to home. And this continues. This is a loop, endless loop, isn't it? So what I will do is I can save here, you know that if you right click on this at this point in time, I can save where I am currently, and then it saves into these slots. There are about 9 slots, each of them carrying about 16 save files, and these save files will be available for you to continue the play when you return again tomorrow. Okay, so that's about the saves. And don't use the saves of one version of the game in another version because that could corrupt your variables, or some variables may not exist, some errors may happen. So we have the three scenes ready. Now we want navigation menu. We don't want scenes to navigate by themselves. We want a navigation menu. So let's go back here and define a navigation menu. Nav menu. So let's give this nav menu as locations. Nav button, which says it needs an image PNG name. So it is nav home. Scene is home scene, right? Second nav button is, remember there are no styles associated with it, and by default the navigation menu appears at the bottom of the screen. No, at this point in time there is no customization. So it will, the buttons will be distributed from the center symmetrically on both sides. So nav button. Second is university scene. PNG name is university. I think nav university, right? Nav university and nav button restaurant scene and the nav restaurant, and that is all. You have defined the navigation menu. You just have to display it. How will you display? Instead of go to scene, let the user choose it. Wait. So if I compile this again, that navigation menu will be available to me. University scene. Right. Right. So let's say wait on this navigation menu. There are three locations here, right? Instead of navigating directly or automatically transferring control to that scene, I will use navigation menu, right? So let's see how this works now. So run immediately, start the game. You can see it comes to home first, and then you can see three locations here, symmetrically distributed towards the bottom of the page and at the center, right? So this is home, and this is university. I can go here, and this is restaurant. I can go here. So you can see how your images and hover images are working. Now, navigation buttons and the buttons are two elements which do not require styles. They just need two images, a PNG image and a hover image. Buttons and navigation buttons are straightforward. Buttons can be displayed at different locations, but navigation buttons in this version are currently at the bottom of the page only to navigate, and always display a navigation menu towards the end of the scene, not in the middle of the scene, so that user completes all the conversations and then navigates to wherever he wants, right? That is one point. Another point is, since these are 1/10 of the size of your image, scaled scaled to 1/10 version, so at the best you can have 10 images lined up. But since there are gaps in between, uh, the best number of menus which will not clutter your scene or screen are about 8 images with 1/10 size. So eight images horizontally should be good. But I would suggest keep 4 to 5 images, 4 to 5 navigation buttons, and create another navigation menu for another purpose. So once I reach home, to navigate within the home, create another menu. Don't clutter everything into one big menu. So you can only fit up to 8 menu items decently well in this screen because they are of 1/10 size. If you reduce the size, you can increase the menu items. So that's how these navigations happen. So that's all for now in this session. This is all about navigation menus. Thank you for watching.